My mind is absolutely blown, guys. Welcome everyone, my name's Ali A, and the biggest thing that everyone's talking about in Fortnite at the moment is obviously the cube. The cube that has entered the map through a lightning strike, moved its way around the map, and has finally settled in a spot, and is now, as of yesterday, emitting its own gravitational force field, and is making some weird noises. Now there's two big questions that I've been asking about this cube, and I'm sure most of you guys have been asking as well. Number one is what is inside the cube, and number two, is there actually a way you can get inside the cube? It almost, like glitch your way in an actual game of Fortnite to experience the inside of the cube yourself. Now there have been a few weird ways of semi-getting inside the cube. You could obviously get underneath it as it was moving around the map. Sometimes there's a little hole under it you could climb into, and obviously every time it turned you could stand in its way, get squished, but ultimately just die. I am not considering any of those an effective way of actually getting in, and certainly not staying alive whilst in the cube. So here's the plan. I have got a whole list of different ideas that have worked for getting inside other things within the Fortnite world that I'm going to try and implement to get inside the cube specifically, and if it works, you guys can show your friends, you can do it yourself, and we can all chill inside the cube. And then finally, I want to mess around a little bit in theater mode, glitch our way inside, see if there's any hints and clues as to what this cube is doing, what is actually inside the cube, because using, again, leaked in-game files, there's a few things I've actually overlooked I want to talk about a little bit more that gives us more details as to what on earth is going on with this thing. As always, if you guys and girls are new around here, make sure you're subscribing and turn notifications on for Fortnite videos every single day straight to your subscription box. And if you guys are excited to see what's inside, see us try and get inside the cube, give it a big fat thumbs up. I'm actually so excited. I'm hoping some of these ideas work. Let's kick it off and give it a go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe our experiment is ready to go. We have all of the items and all of the things. What the heck? What is that doing? Swear to God, when I parked that, it was not moving. Cube, what are you doing to my ATK? Can't lie, that is really, really weird. Already supernatural things happening. So I've got loads of things lined up. All little ideas to try and get ourselves inside this cube. Some of them I feel like have better potential than others, but do not worry, we'll try them all and give them all an equal chance. Shopping cart, ATK, launch pads and jump pads, explosives, boogie bombs, because you may as well try everything, the brand new shockwave grenade, and then of course stink bombs as well. I've also got some building theories to try out, just weird building edits I want to give a go on things. So we're going to try all of these and see what works. So why don't we just bring along a few things I haven't even tried before, the stink bomb, the boogie nade, and see what happens. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, you obviously float around inside here. It is literally its own gravitational force field, almost like it's its own planet. And jeez, all of these codes going along the outside as well, and it's probably come from outer space. It kind of makes sense it's giving off its own space force field. If you shoot it, I mean, that's literally the most powerful thing I can shoot it with. It gets angry, it pushes you away, and you go really, really far. But what happens if we go ahead and boogie bomb the actual cube itself? Still angry. Apparently, it definitely doesn't like to dance. Well, hey, at least we tried, right? You know what? All of these I feel like really should be done on the top of the cube. It is so freaking loud as well. Now, if I stink bomb it, does it know that I'm the one stink bombing it? No, you don't get any hit markers. Doesn't seem to care that you're stink bombing it. It's fairly nice, considering you're throwing a load of smelly grenades at it. So, thank you. Literally, this car is got a life of its own. It's still moving backwards. You need to chill out, ATK. Come on. Okay, so, explosives. Now, I've seen people throw explosives at them. I've seen people throw rockets at it. It doesn't really do much. But what I want to do is almost, trap the cube in. So, the explosives are, self-contained, if that makes sense. So even if the cube wanted, to go ahead and try and hurt me for what I'm about to do to it, it hopefully won't be able to do so. Let's just fill in this side bit here as well, actually. Whoa, I keep on forgetting about the anti-grav. So hopefully all of these explosions will be self-contained. We'll throw one over here. You know what, we'll mix up its location a little bit. One over here. And I know it's gonna get mad at me. Alright, Cube. I know you're not my biggest fan right now. one over there. And then I'm going to cover it up. And then I'm going to explode it. Hopefully it doesn't break what I'm standing on. Okay, okay, cover it up, cover it up, cover it up. Okay, well, it blocked me from the explosion. No cracks, nothing to be seen, no. The cube is still holding strong, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's grab these new bad boys. You know what? I'll leave those there, and the glitched out ATK and shopping cart can stay over there for the moment as well. Now, for those guys that haven't used these things, the jump you can get on them is absolutely nutty. I'm gonna see. I may be able to get a ridiculous height out of it. So let's give this a go. 1 second. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm then gonna impulse nade myself, and then it should electrify myself. So hopefully. Okay. We went far, but we didn't go in the right direction. I forgot the impulse nades break whatever you're standing on. Okay, get ready for this. Shoot. Impulse directly upwards. Whoa! Now that is what I call a high jump. And I'm gonna survive it? I think I'll actually survive it. Land back in the grav field, you're fine. But this thing can pack a punch when partnered with the shockwave grenade. Now what I want to try and do is use it. Oh, I found a potential little glitch here to get underneath. And you know what? It looks a little bit weird at the bottom there, like it's interacting with the grass a little bit weirdly. But I can't directly get into that. But that could potentially expose a weak point in the cube. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is gonna break everything around it. The shockwave grenade's almost too strong. Okay, so I want to directly go into this area here. I'm gonna try and impulse myself backwards. Oof. It's not letting me, it's not being easy. It does not want me to find out whatever is inside this thing, let me tell you. All right, you know what? I'm gonna keep hold of one of those. I'm gonna try what is potentially one of the most likely ways of this actually working and actually allowing us in, which is glitched out vehicles. So I wanna hit this at a weird angle. I don't think I wanna hit it straight on. It's like I wanna hit it at like the edge point here. So I'm gonna start building. And I'm gonna go all the way up to max height, where we'll bring both the shopping cart and the ATK. Not too sure how the speed of these vehicles actually interact with each other once they get into the force field, but we're just gonna try it, see what happens, and hey, it's all in a scientific experiment to see what results we get. Since this thing is glitching out so much, I feel like I actually have a lot of hope for it actually doing something. I've never driven. What happens if you drive inside? Actually, you know what? It seems to be acting exactly the same as if I wasn't here. Which is interesting. I kind of thought it would be a little bit different. Come on, ATK. Alright, guys. The ascent begins. You know what? This isn't going to take too long, actually. This is good. I realize now I should have put a little bit more of a platform up here. Oh, no. Okay. Gently does it. Gently does it.
Eventually.
This is it, guys. Max speed, max height, ATK. Gotta say, perfectly lined up, by the way. Not touching anything on the joystick there. Will it let us into the cube? Will it? We just get... What's with the jam music? Okay. Apparently you just get like a nice trick store. This is not what we want. You know what? It's a little bit weak under here as well. Anyone see that? See this under here? This is potential. All right, new idea. Again, using the ATK. No, leave. Stop! What are you doing to my ATK? Leave it alone. Okay, here's the idea. Drive it up, but not to the point at which it's touching. Like this little glitch spot here is one of the most likely places I reckon we can do something. So one thing I haven't messed around with too much, and actually Fortnite, so basically building and interacting with shopping carts and ATKs messes them up. So you now can't do anything with them. I knew you couldn't do anything with the shopping cart, but I did think you'd be able to mess around with the ATK a little bit more. It's fine. What I'm gonna do Let's throw this down next to it, get into the driver's seat, and see how far this thing gets sent. You ready? Well, that went off so quick, didn't even have a chance to do anything with it. All right, we may as well grab the launch pads. This is going to be a long ride up, shopping cart. And I can't lie, after trying with the ATK, it doesn't look promising for you. This doesn't mean you shouldn't try, okay? We're all trying to get inside this cube together. Doesn't matter who does it, so help us out. I'm going to go for it, push it down, and see what happens. This is rapid. This feels crazy. It feels scarier than the ATK, that's for sure. Hit that corner. Oh! Couldn't have even asked for a better angle on that. Literally, we get inside it maybe. Try for another one. Oh, this is good. As much glitching as we can get is useful. Be gone! Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Cube. I'm so sorry. There's something to do with those, like, hieroglyphic messaging. Like, it's even the name of the cube, when it kills you in the kill feed, rotates through all of the symbols on the cube. Something's going on there. So, this is probably the glitchiest and one of the things that will hopefully work is the fact that it's buildable. Like, you can build in it. Like, can you hear that? It's quiet, but if I build here, for example, and go up, I can build in the cube. Like, I am in the cube right now. And if anything, this may just help us access the cube in theater mode and actually see what the heck is going on. But this is like literally letting us in. So I now need to try and glitch myself into this cube, okay? And it's probably all gonna work from a little bit of editing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put myself as close to this cube without being hit as possible. So you see how I'm kind of like in the middle now? And then I'm gonna bring it back, bring it over my head and see. Oh, chill, chill, chill. Everyone chill. See if it lets me in. What do you want from me, cube? How do we get in? Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, it's nice that time. Still find it crazy that you can build in the cube. Like, that means like what if we just completely filled the cube and then tried to break it? Would anything happen? So if I broke this stair, the only thing connecting this wood, if I broke that as well, the cube is floating. Like, I'm managing to build inside this thing through only pieces connected inside the cube. I feel like this cube's been designed in a really efficient way that you can never glitch inside it. I'm gonna stop trying though. I feel like the secret lies just under here. Where would the wall go? The wall? Ooh. For a second there, the game wasn't sure what to do. Okay, let's drop that. Let's lock ourselves in. All right, Cart, it's just you, me, and the cube. We're gonna try and become best friends. In that position, the game won't let me go in the driver's seat. It knows if I went into the driver's seat, I would have been in. Is it always giving off that weird glow? Or is that new? Or have I just tried for so long to get inside this freaking thing that I'm going a little bit delusional? I don't even know anymore, to be honest with you. Well, guys, if all else fails, there's always one thing that works. So let's take a look. So, guys, this is our attempt at trying to get inside the cube. Man, with this thing not moving, it is staying still, and it is definitely here to stay. Look at me. I'm trying to get in, man. It was hard. Even the visitor that built a spaceship couldn't do it. Now, what I want to see, obviously there's all of these markings on the wall here, is can you can actually see the interaction of whatever you've made inside the cube. Look at this. All of this is stuff that I have built inside the cube. Now, I know it's black, and whenever you've died inside it, that is all you've seen is just darkness and nothingness. So maybe this can lead us, the buildings that we've done here inside... Oh, look at that. This is actually, the inside of a cube is actually hollow. This building confirms, I couldn't build any deeper than this. This building, though, confirms that the inside of the cube... Whoa! What's this? Oh my god. Guys, this, if any of you guys have seen yesterday's video, this is what we found yesterday from someone at a glitched replay file. This is one of the markings on the floor. I did not know if we'll be able to make this work or not. That has basically appeared and is almost been marked into the ground with that hot pink yellow layer that has appeared at the bottom of the cube, marking in one of these rune layers. Now this is where it gets interesting. So who remembers when we were trying to work out where this cube would end up? We were using in-game coding that says move to 1, move to 2, and all the way up to move to 7. And the final one says move to lake. And we're trying to work out which lake it was going to be. But after less than 7 days, less than exactly 7 movements, this cube stopped and has obviously ended up here in Fatal Fields. But there was another line of code now, and it was just after the move feature of rune and then the number came up. So move to 1, rune 1. Move to 2, rune 2. This must be the first solid positioning it has gotten to, and it's revealed obviously rune number 1. But that means it can't have stopped moving because there are 7 more move to locations and 7 more rune markings to actually be had until they're all revealed, and I guess all of these paths, all of these locations on the map are actually marked by the bottom of the cube. And then finally, obviously, we've got move to lake, start movement, lighting, lake, and turn on. So this is just the beginning. This is just potentially move 1, move complete number 1, rune number 1 of 7 complete runes. Now, the other really, really interesting feature, and it is demonstrated a lot clearer here, by actually building inside it. And shout out to another fellow YouTuber, Drifter. Had a quick glance over his video and he had a really good eye, and this actually visualizes it really well. It's the fact that this cube is actually multiple cubes inside the cube. So if we go into it, bearing in mind that they're letting us, they want us to discover this. I'm pretty sure Epic Games have done this on purpose. They're letting us inside the cube. This is the outside cube, cube number 1. Here we can see that we've got the wood that's gone inside, and then another cube. Can you see that black corner right there? So we've got cube number 2. If we go in again, we've got another cube, cube number 3. And if we go in again, in fact, you know what? I think this is the center. I think there is 3 cubes total. So 1, 2, but let's count this properly. So we're in number 1. We're now in number 2. We're now in number 3, and we're out. So this cube is actually 3 cubes, ladies and gentlemen. My camera has just died, I apologize. Apparently I was trying to get inside the cube for a little bit too long. But this is the most interesting discovery we've found yet. The cube is marking on the ground runes, with the coding telling us that there are 6 more runes to be embedded or be shown into the ground. And I assume that there are 7 runes in total if you looked at all of the different ones that are coming up here. I guess all of these will eventually be imprinted somewhere on the map from the cube. But there is actually 3 cubes in total. My mind is absolutely blown, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we know what's inside. And you know what? It's just not runes. It's actually more cubes. There are cubes inside the cubes. Ladies and gentlemen, the plot thickens, things get crazier. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to show you a way to get inside the cube at the moment, but it looks like it is going to continue moving, and maybe there'll be more exploits and ways of getting inside. Maybe the cube will shed one of its outer shells and one will come out of it. Who knows? But this is crazy, guys. Make sure you're subscribed for the latest cube information as we lead up to the end of Season 5 and the start of Season 6. Give it a thumbs up for these crazy discoveries. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in another video down below my Fortnite playlist. Thank you, and goodbye.